Today, for the first time ever, we will tell you the real and untold story of how coffee first came to India. Hello and welcome back to my channel, PiaDXplorer. The first ever coffee was grown in the Ethiopian plateau, but back then, they thought it was a wild plant. One day, a shepherd was grazing his goats in the fields. One of the goats was too weak and tired and couldn't walk. So he let the goat sit and rest. And later, when the shepherd returned, he saw that the same goat had now become very active. Then he realized that while resting, the goat had eaten the wild coffee seeds, and that was the secret to the goat becoming active. So the shepherd picked up a few seeds and took them to a Buddhist monk to attain more understanding. But the Buddhist monk rejected his theory and threw the seeds into a fire burning nearby. All of a sudden, the aroma of coffee filled the air, and that was the birth of coffee in Ethiopia. Coffee became very popular and people started to consume coffee in large quantities. But the previous practice to consume coffee was that they would start to boil the water with coffee beans in it and drank that water initially. The Ethiopians named the coffee drink as a kawa drink, and this was the first ever name for any coffee drink. Buddhist monks usually prayed a lot at night, so they used to consume this kawa drink before praying, and it made them quite active, and they could meditate for longer hours. The demand increased and they started to produce coffee in larger quantity. Then they exported the coffee to Yemen and Arabic countries. But it was the Arabs who converted these raw beans into better quality coffee. How? So what they did was to boil the beans in milk instead of water. This milk-based coffee was loved by all the locals, and the popularity of coffee increased tremendously across all the Arab nations. During those days, coffee was not available anywhere in the world except Arab countries. Arabs named the coffee as mocha, named after the seaport of Yemen, Al-Mocha, from where they used to export coffee to other Arab nations. Later, this mocha became mocha coffee, popularly known today. Mocha coffee beans were popular due to their natural chocolatey flavor. But the drink became so popular that the king wanted to protect the drink and hence declared no one could take the raw coffee beans outside the country. Because if the raw coffee beans are taken out, anyone can plant them and grow coffee in their own nations. There was an Indian, Baba Budan, who was a resident of Chikmagaluru in Karnataka. He had visited Mecca for the Hajj pilgrim, and that is where he first tried mocha. That is when he planned to bring the coffee back to India and plant it in his garden. But because of the local rule, he had to hide and smuggle 7 coffee beans in his beard, and doing that, he returned to India. 7 beans because it is considered to be sacrosanct in the Islamic region. When he returned, he planted the coffee beans for the first time in the hills of Chikmagaluru, Karnataka, his hometown, and these hills became popularly known as Baba Budan Giri, and that is how coffee started to grow in India. Did you know the highest coffee production takes place in Chikmagaluru, and second is in Coorg? Arabica is the most commonly consumed coffee all across India. If someone has to differentiate between Arabica and Robusta coffee beans, Arabica beans are longer and Robusta are small in size. Arabica beans are used mainly in instant coffee, while Robusta beans are used in filter coffees. And did you know, just like green tea, you can also get green coffee here in Coorg. Half a teaspoon green coffee mixed in hot water on an empty stomach is great for weight loss, and it is recommended to have a continuous consumption of it for over 3 months for best results. But we suggest you to consult a dietitian first. If you want to grow coffee in your own garden, you can take some coffee beans and plant it in a pot or in your garden. But remember, it takes up to 7 years for the first crop to grow. And after that, you will get coffee beans every year. And an average coffee plant has a lifespan of 100 years. And did you know that the typical way to grow coffee in Coorg is that they do not use pesticides and nor do they water their plants? Every year, the rain which falls is enough for the plants to survive. And hence, coffee plantations are always on sliding lands from top to bottom, which allows the water to reach the top to the bottom evenly. In Coorg, you also get a type of unique, rare and one of the most expensive coffee brands, which is also called as rich man's coffee. And the process is that in the coffee season, the civet cats arrive at coffee plantations at night time to eat ripened coffee fruits, which are cherries or berries. And after that, they poop out the seeds that don't get digested. This coffee has a rich and strong musky perfume, which is basically produced due to an enzyme present in this nocturnal animal's gut and also in its anal glands. This coffee costs 5,000 rupees per kg, but in an international market is sold for 25,000 rupees per kg. We had an amazing trip while traveling across Karnataka. So we had a lovely time on this trip, and special thanks to Arun uncle for taking us around everywhere in his superb vehicle, which has good quality interior, an amazing sound system, a television and mood lighting as well. If you want to rent this vehicle, please contact the number below. So if you mention our channel name PiaDXplorer to Arun uncle, he will offer you a 5 to 10% discount as well. And thank you, Arun. I hope you all loved this episode and also all of our previous episodes. If you haven't watched them yet, subscribe to my channel and binge watch them right here, right now. See you soon on my next journey to another exciting destination.